Okay guys, so in this one we are going to actually install Twitter Bootstrap. It's a front-end framework for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript stuff. It's a framework similar like how Django is with Python. It just helps you build things faster. And you don't have to know every little detail to actually make it working, which is awesome. And that's why we're going to use it. So navigate over here to that URL. And then the first thing you're going to do is actually just go to View, Developer, View Source. And we're just going to copy the whole thing. So Control copy the whole thing and jump over into Komodo Edit. I'm going to paste it in here. Okay. So then we want to go back into Chrome and download Bootstrap. So when you do it, it's going to be a zip file. Unzip it. Open that file up and you'll notice these things right here. So then navigate into your project, go into static files, and we're actually going to copy or we're just going to drag this over here and we're going to apply to all, replace. Alright, so now all this stuff has the CSS. Cool. CSS images and a little JavaScript. And let's go into Komodo Edit. So notice how it says assets. Assets. There's assets everywhere. And assets are not really what we're going to be working with. Ours are going to be static. And if we do this real quick on our own, you will see there is some text. All right, but that still leaves this undone, so we need to actually implement that here. So I just scroll down to that first container, goes underneath social, underneath the jumbo head. I'm actually just going to copy this and paste another one. We got to close whatever div open we close, and we're going to do block content and in block. Alright, so jump back into your home.html and notice we did not actually extend the base.html, so we need to do that. Extends base.html. So that's basically inheriting everything that's here. So let's jump back into Chrome, do a little refresh here. Cool, so we have some of the stuff working, but it's not all there. And a big part of it is that we only changed one of these and we're probably missing one of the CSS files too. So let's just select this one here, go to edit, and we're going to replace all of them with static. And that's an absolute path where this is relative. Absolute's important. I use absolutes when possible, so use that absolute path there and just hit replace all. Save it, and notice this one docs.css, we actually don't have that. If we look into our CSS files, there's nothing called docs. So let's go back into that source here, click that, and just do a control click or a file save page as, and let's not hide the extension so we can make sure we know where it is. Go to your desktop, MVP landing, static, CSS, docs, okay. And let's do a quick refresh here. Cool. So now we have Bootstrap, right? It looks the same. The only difference is now we have our form in there as opposed to not having it. And we still have some of the other Bootstrap stuff in there too, which we will edit and manipulate in a later video. But now we have Bootstrap installed. It's ready to go. There's a few other things that we can probably add, like this one right here. So let's actually save this, and we're going to use that same extension. So let's go into JavaScript, right? And then we'll do Google Code Pretify. Make that new folder there, right? I'm just following along here what's going on, and we'll save that. Okay, let's go back into our code, and there's this other one, HTML5 stuff for IE support. So it's not selectable, in this case, just because it's not. So let's just go to the path there. And we're going to save this page as, and notice it's just in JavaScript, so we can just jump into the just main JavaScript part. And we can call it HTML5 shiv.js. And that should save it. All right. And let's see, let's go back to our source. We don't really need to worry about those. And that's pretty much it. We should look at, oh, well, we see all this different JavaScript stuff, which we don't have all those. If we look back into our JavaScript, we only have the 2. So let's change those in ours. Under base, go to the very bottom. And what are they called? They're Bootstrap and bootstrap.min.js. So just bootstrap.js and then bootstrap.min.js. And we can probably get rid of all of this stuff now. Or we definitely can get rid of all of it. Oh, here's another one that we'll need, and another one, and the last one. Okay, so save that. Jump back into the source on Bootstrap. Holder. So let's do this one. File, save page as, JavaScript / holder, new folder, holder. And save that. Okay, so we can close that one, and then the next one is code Pretify, and this is the JavaScript of the Pretify, where before it was just the CSS. So we actually can just go in that same folder there, save that. All right, and then application.js, and we'll save this just in JavaScript, and that should be good. You probably won't notice anything, but now we have Bootstrap set up, and the next step is just removing some stuff and getting those things ready. So we'll see you in the next one.